want an overlay of the ES on top of the MES, what you have to first do is add the MES chart here, and I have the value set at tick at 2000, and that's kind of important. You want to do that in the beginning, and then you also want to add the ES on top of that, and so make sure they are both 2000 tick or the same tick. And when you click on ES, what you want to do is where it says new panel, you want to make sure you go to panel 1, because you want it to be on top of this first panel, which is decided right here, the MES being on top. And also see if there's a thing on the right. Okay, nope. So make sure you have those two set up, and then when you press OK, whoops. So I have this on default. You need to make this, for me I have to make it none because I had like a template setting, but press OK, and here you have a overlay. Currently what you see here is something weird like this, where both the MES and ES are actually showing at the same time. Now what you want to do is you want to get rid of the MES candles and only show the ES candles. To do that, I just double click one of the candles. I go to MES, and then I actually make this into a daily chart, and so you only show one candle per day. And also I want to make those candles transparent, and so what you want to do is you want to make the candle body outline transparent, candle wick transparent. I already have this saved to automatically make it transparent, but make sure that they're transparent, and so you won't have this one kind of hanging bar out there. And you press OK, and then the chart cleans up. So currently what you have here is a 2000 ES tick chart on top of the MES. Why is that beneficial? Well, that's beneficial because now what you have here is the price action, especially when you're doing tick charts. You have the price action of a 2000 tick ES chart, or whatever tick you want it to be, and you have the exposure of the MES. So whenever you place trades, you'll place it on the MES. And so that's important because the MES actually is a different instrument, and so it has its own volume, and the volume is way less than the ES, but the volume is not symmetrical in any sense. It's not proportionate to the ES. For instance, it's not like it's always going to be 5 times less volume. It can be different amounts of volume at any time. But this way ensures you that you'll have the price action of whatever tick you like in the ES, and you can trade it on the MES. That's important also for those who are thinking of transferring to the ES sooner or later. Anyway, I just saw an interesting pattern here, but yes, also what I'd like to do is set my grids to be 1 point apart. To do that, you right click the y-axis, you go to properties, and make sure you change the range to fixed, and the horizontal grid lines fixed, and you also want to make it points, not ticks, and you want to make it 1 point. And that'll make it 1 point for the ES. And you press OK. Why is that important? Well, that's important especially if you want to know your entries quickly and your exits quickly. Because now that these are all exactly 1 point, these horizontal lines, we can divide them in our minds into 4 parts. So I like to break it into the zeros, the 25s, which is a quarter of the way up, the 50s, which is halfway up, the 75s, which is 3/4 of the way up, and then back to the zeros. So you have the zeros, 25s, 50s, and the 75s. And so For instance, if I wanted to buy one tick above this green candle here, I can quickly see it's at the zeros, and then 1 point above that will be the zeros on top of that. So, if it was at the 25s, and I know 1 point above that is the 25s on the next grid up. And so that's helpful if you can visually see quickly where your stops and exits should be. Yep, just a really quick video. Just wanted to show you guys that, and yeah, hopefully that's helpful for those who are interested in doing the overlay, which might be a small minority of you, but for those who want it, it's a pretty nice feature to have.